What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks in the MLB streets. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. If it sounds like I'm out of breath, it's mainly because I went from show to show to show. Now I just recorded NBA. Now we're going to talk a little MLB. Generally, I flip-flop it the other way, but producer Jacob, he's a Celtics fan. He needs all the love and appreciation he could get. Thought I'd get NBA out of the way so we could just get to the good stuff here for the people. Well, the good stuff generally. April's been brutal for me. There's no doubt about it. Hasn't been an enjoyable experience. Lots of data that we're starting to accumulate where not really finding the ball flying a lot of places. Started to mix in some round robins on some longer shot plus home runs that we're looking at. Again, the plus 650, plus 750, we can kind of intertwine those. And then combining them with some of my favorite shorter home runs. We got Adolis Garcia right off the bat here. Hopefully we can get something from this Colorado-San Diego game to go live, because I've got a lot of those main pieces there. There were a little bit, I would say the prices were really good over on FanDuel. That's generally where you're finding some of the best home run props. So if you're looking for those streets, that's the best place to look. But we got 10 games here on Thursday. YouTube, what are you doing here? The comment section has been really messed up. Promise you we're not turning them off. I want you to be able to rip me apart when I've had bad days like I had on Tuesday. But Wednesday, so far, it's just kind of meandering along. Hopefully, we can get something from the premium Discord. Somebody to homer in that Colorado-San Diego game. But anywho, that's really going to do it for me here on the front end. Starting to lose my voice. Producer Jacob, hi, hello. We'll talk BetMGM. We'll talk Odd Chopper. Let's get to the picks. Game number one, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers. We've got the Pittsburgh Pirates. And wouldn't you know it, this doesn't happen a whole hell of a lot, but when it does, it's kind of special. I'm locking this game right from the get-go. We got Fastball Freddy on the mound in this spot. And Fastball Freddy just up to his old tricks. I know your tricks, Dewey. It's a good movie. Missed that movie. What's going on? But anyway, we got Comeback Keller on the other side. Comeback Keller, that was kind of the story last season. Hasn't really been the story for us this season. 46.8% hard hit, 18.9% K rate, 271 expected batting average. I kind of expected major negative regression for him this season. 4.18 expected ERA, but with a really bad second half of the season, over 3,000 pitches, by far the most he's had at the major league level, and came out, and sure enough, proved me semi-right. I will say there are some decent metrics, like it's not like a 7.4% barrel percentage is horrendous. It's not like, sitting around an 8.3% walk rate is going to kill him the way that it did when he first really came into the major leagues. 2020, his first major season where we saw, 20% walk rate, 10.4% walk rate in 2021, but he's not getting any swing and miss. He's got 6 primary pitches, 18.9% K rate, and working through some of this, he does have some chase on a couple of these pitches specifically. We're seeing a 31% whip percentage on his four-seamer, but I don't think that's going to continue. It has a 629 expected slugging against that pitch with an actual 455 batting average against. That is wild. Now, the BABIP maybe gets a lot out of control. Maybe there's positive regression due, but I'm getting minus 120 to back Freddie Peralta, by far the better pitcher between the two, over any large sample size. I'll do it every time. Freddie Peralta so far this season, the 11.8% barrel percentage and having some lefties in O'Neal Cruz and Rowdy, Teles. There are a couple of issues. Jack Sawinski, power's been down a little bit. I kind of expect that to start popping here too, but Fastball Freddy, friends, 36.7% K rate, 217 expected batting average, 43.1% hard hit percentage. If we can keep that one muted, my friends, 3.09 expected ERA, that's better than we saw last year at 3.35. 2 years previous to that, 2.70, 2.66. So friends, I think this is just clear cut. Milwaukee money line. Lock it. First game of the day. That doesn't happen a lot for me, but I think it definitely is required here in this spot. Nobody cares. Anyway, I do know the Eleanor Rigsby lyrics for those who care. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? I totally get why you hate me right now. Tristan McKenzie, 372 expected, xwOBA, 13.3% K rate, 18.1% walk rate. When your walk rate is 18.1%, and your K rate is 13.3%, we got problems. We've had word that his elbow is not completely connected. What is going on? Tough actin Tinactin's not going to fix that. Rafael Devers, friends, he's back in this lineup. He went yard and made me very, very happy today. 496 expected slugging, 374 xWOBA, looking pretty good. 17.9 degree launch angle. He's always got the operative launch. I got to lean this direction, friends. Anything better than plus 325, plus 350 here in Cleveland? Not the best home run stadium, but feel like a pretty good opportunity to jump in on Devers at a bottom. Well, it's not even a buy low anymore. You just went yard, and that was before I wrote this down. So I'm going to take a look at odds tomorrow. You should too. The White Sox in Minnesota. The White Sox have won one game away from home all season long. They're 1-12 now. What a time to be alive. Minnesota covers that 1.5 for us. That made me happy. 6-3 W there behind Mr. Joe Ryan. I think that's, again, there's been some weird stuff here lately. I had the wrong pitcher that was listed on a San Francisco thing the other day, and then it ended up being Logan Webb. Doesn't matter. We're getting everything fixed up here, friends. Plus, there was no play from that game. Thank God. I would have felt like absolute shit looking at the wrong graph and the wrong thing. But anyway, in this spot, I know we're looking at Michael Soroka versus Bailey Ober, and that makes my life very, very easy because we're going back to the well. Clear cut, minus 105, 145-cent disparity, basically 150-cent disparity, depending on where you're looking between the money line and the run line here. That is not justified here. First off, Michael Soroka, once upon a time, friends, he was a guy with Atlanta that they were pretty excited about. Nothing to be excited about if you're a Chicago baseball fan or a Soroka fan or Soroka's parents or anything. It's just tough sledding right now. 10.7% K rate, 13.4% walk rate. Yet another guy. Walk rate higher than K rate. That is a major red flag. You have Minnesota here. There's going to be some lefties in Larnach, Kirilloff. We're going to feel like launching with Edward Julian. Feeling pretty good about my Minnesota Twins here in this spot behind Ober. Now, Ober, he's always so weird to me. He's a big lumbering dude, has nearly a 15% freaking barrel percentage this season. That's not ideal, but have you seen the WRC plus for this White Sox team against righties? That'd be weird if some of you did, because I doubt you know. Weighted runs created plus. Basically, 100 is your average. 100 is like middle of the road. It's all graphed that way. It adjusts for park factors, adjusts for all of those great things. 67, dead last in baseball against right-handed pitching. Almost locked this, decided I would pull back purely because Bailey Ober always freaks me out. Again, he is 6'9" out there throwing softballs, and I do mean softballs. 92, 93 is like the tops you'll get out of him in terms of fastball velocity. He's no Randy Johnson. Also, he's right-handed, so that's not even a remote comp. But Minnesota minus 1.5 didn't do a great sales job there. But anyway, Minnesota minus 1.5, that's really what we're going for, just like you should be going for. Odd Shopper, promo code Lindy. Sound good? Let's talk about it. OS Premium Tools, Discord Insider Access, $14.95 weekly, $49.95 monthly. And if you use promo code Lindy, you get 20% off, friends, expert picks, Discord Premium Tools. What is all included in that? Well, we got the Positive EV tool. We got the Fantasy Optimizer for prize picks, for underdog, for pick six. That's really good stuff, friends. Check it out there over at Odd Shopper Premium, all in one package. And again, 20% off of $14.95. That gives you everything for $12 for your first week if you want to try it out. Less than $2 a day. Would love for you to come kick it. Sign up at the link below. Back to the picks we go. What you know about Paulie? Oh, bootstraps. Zach Wheeler here in this spot. Yeah, we're going to back him. I would like to back Zach Wheeler here in Great American Small Park. Nick Martinez, though, we'll start with him. 33.9% hard hit, 2.7% walk rate. Those are really, really great numbers, the walk rate especially. But just an 18.9% K rate, and we know the lefty power. With great power comes great responsibility going up against some of them here. And we've seen over any large sample size here for Nick Martinez, we're going to see splits. We're going to see home runs coming in from the left side over and over like it's Marshawn Lynch. Now, only 7 home runs given up last year, but 1.38 whip against lefties, 1.19 whip against righties. Again, those are like normal splits. Just pointing out that like Cody Clemens, Kyle Schwarber, Brandon Marsh, Bryce Harper fellow are all pretty good. Although Harper won't probably be out there, will he? No. Still dinged up. Still chilling. Still kicking it. He's on the paternity list, I think is what it was. I think he just had a kid. Congrats. Bryce Harper. But anyway, Kyle Schwarber, you're going to look at his home run props. Brandon Marsh going to look at his home props. 60.5% hard hit for Brandon Marsh so far this season. Wild stuff. But Zach Wheeler, 246 xWOBA, 189 expected batting average. Really, really good stuff. I think we're going to get a B aggressive. B-E aggressive. This Reds bullpen is not very good. Martinez, I don't think, is going to be able to stop from giving up hard contact to some of these lefties. And it's fly ball contact at that 19.4 degree launch angle, 32.1% fly ball rate. Think parlay is what we want to be looking at here. I'm going to the run line and the over. Again, these are kind of correlated. Some books might give you some kind of a downgrade for it, but pay attention. Philly -1.5, over 8 if you want to play them individually. Great. Sounds nifty. But I think we want to definitely be a little bit aggressive there. +105 there. The road team, 9 full innings. Give me Philly putting up 6 or more runs, maybe 1 or 2 coming along for the rival. 2 we would definitely need just to push. So I'm looking at the over of 8 again. 8, key number, like landing on that, because 4-4, extra innings, yay! But then we would need more runs, and it's a whole thing. But anyway, we're definitely looking at the correlated over here. Didn't see this coming. Really didn't. Actually, 2022, Eric Lindquist definitely saw this coming. But 2023 was the year that we avoided Jose Barrios. There were some good signals that came along very, very early into that season. We didn't fire up a ton of exposure against him. We ended up actually as a slight loser on the season there against Mr. Jose Barrios, which is a little sad because we absolutely pummeled him and Yusei Kikuchi in 2022. It was an absolute print fest. 2023, realized very, very early in that season that we would have to go a different path. We'd have to carve and forge out our own way. Friends, we found a really good smash spot here. Jose Barrios going up against Cole Ragans. Let's talk through Barrios, shall we? Why is it that I haven't always been a big fan of his? Well, first of all, I am a Twins fan, and too much is given, much is expected. We gave him a lot of money, gave him the bag, and what did we get in return? Like a meandering 4.06, 4.42 expected ERAs in 2019, 2020. Ends up getting traded to Toronto. He went to dust, and to dust he shall return. 5.11 expected ERA, 4.51 expected ERA last season. So 2022, 2023, not very ideal seasons, but last season he ran very, very lucky. 3.65 ERA. This season, 0.85 ERA. That is part of the reason that we're getting -120. Again, you would see something like that and be like, how in the world is Toronto even money? Well, because advanced analytics are a thing. But this really comes down to also what Kansas City does. Kansas City does not strike out. 20% K rate against righties on the season, 105 WRC plus, and we get Cole Ragans in this left-handed lineup here. Now, you have a tough Toronto spot, 16.3% K rate on the season against Southpaws. That is wild. Second best mark at avoiding them in a 122 WRC plus. But for all the positives there, I think we can look at the Cole Ragans experience and know that what we had last season is pretty sustainable through this year. Based on velocity right from the get-go, it's sitting exactly the same, actually 0.1 miles per hour down if you want to be completely an asshole about it. But I look at the pitch mix, identical curveball, identical four-seamer, identical cutter, and that is great news because last year, the question was, can we bring everything that happened there and move it here? Well, if the changeup's this much better, I really like his chances to smash. 49.1% whiff percentage on that pitch, 34.4% last season, although the expected batting average was lower during the course of that season. Either who, friends. Cole Ragans, this 6'4" arm, this might be something Texas ends up living to regret. He was a first rounder for them back in 2016. Didn't really come to fruition, but he was young then. He's only 26 years of age, and it's 2024. 8 years ago, friends, he was 18 getting drafted. A lot of kids going to college now, but just saying. It's a wild thing to look at Cole Ragans, see -120 here, considering I love the stuff, and I get to target my old friend, my friend, Jose Barrios. Lock the Kansas City money line. 2 locks, 2 money lines. Didn't see that one coming. No. But we continue on. Houston and Chicago, Justin Verlander, Javier Assad. I really can't pick between this one. Again, minus 125, plus 105. This is like perfectly efficient where I'd be looking at. Let's at least talk about Justin Verlander's first outing there because, well, I was interested to see what happened. You were interested to see what was going to happen. 17 batted ball events here so far for him. 78 pitches, 17 balls put into play, 3 barrels along for the ride. That doesn't feel great. That doesn't feel ideal. And Justin Verlander, friends, he's not young. It's like Wedding Crashers when they're on the staircase looking at the George Washington Monument. Young. He is Kate Upton, though. It didn't keep me pretty young, just throwing it out there. Anyway, we've got ourselves the Cubs here on the other side. Javier Assad, he's been good. 26.4% hard hit, is a fly ball pitcher, but wind blowing ever so slightly across the field. Don't think it'll be pretty neutral here. I just can't bet this with a key number of 8. Under 8 is actually what projects out the best. But again, 4-4, you're going to extras. I just stay away from this every single time. Do you think the pitchers find decent success here? Just stay away from this. Do not stay away from this, though, friends. BetMGM, first bet safety bet up to $1,500. What does first bet safety bet mean? Well, it means that you can go to the link down below in the video description box. You can place your first wager at BetMGM. And when you do, if it's $50, you'll get $50 back in bonus bets if it loses. If that's $100, you'll get $100 back in bonus bets if it loses. All the way up, friends, to 1,500 buckaroos in bonus bets. Yes, $1,500 bet. If it loses, you'll get $1,500 back in bonus bets. That's a great opportunity to build, sustain, and really build that bankroll, friends. So fire it up. Really great opportunity for you. Only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Back to the picks we go. We got the Ryan McMahon home run. Woo! Another round robin parlay hitting in the premium Discord. That makes me happy. Can't believe how good we've ran in 2 days. Again, 2 days. I've never done round robins. I'm obsessed already thinking about this. If you have a game environment you like where Colorado liked Ryan McMahon specifically on the Colorado side, otherwise fired a lot of San Diego pieces. We friends, feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? I like an under here, though, so we're not going to be targeting home runs this time around. We did bet Seattle money line, but I also got the Adolis Garcia home run. So it was one of those things where it's like, Eric, how could you bet against it there? Well, because value is value. You could have positive expected value. If you're giving me better than plus 300 and Adolis Garcia to hit a homer, probably going to take it against most pitchers, whether it's Bobby Miller or any random reliever in this ballpark with his power numbers right now here at the moment. It's really hard to get away from, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. 54.4% hard hit percentage. Come on now. 555 expected slugging. Come on now, friends. Under 9, though. Should probably talk about this. Luis Castillo, really good at pitching. Andrew Heaney, 214 expected batting average. Think we're going to see better stuff out of him. Plus, this is a team that likes to strike out a lot. He hasn't had a great strikeout stuff. 90% K rate, 9.6% barrel percentage. But 9 is a big number here going up against Seattle here. Seattle, prove it to me, friends. Prove it. Under 9. Like it. Let's flip that under into an over, shall we? Just talked about this game. Found a couple of home run props that were pretty undervalued, if you will. We'll take a look tomorrow, see if anything pops. I will post those in the premium Discord. Might have to fire up another round robin. This is just getting to be too much fun. Got to be careful. Now I'm starting to see. I didn't really ever get the parlay bug. That's not really a thing. But this round robin home run thing where you get double the pleasure, double the fun. Statement of the great minute, double McGum. Yeah, it's good. But Randy Vasquez, he's going to be on the mound going up against Dakota Hudson. Randy Vasquez, friends, this guy had one start. 97 pitches. 97 pitches. 3 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched. But will this carry over in Colorado? That is the major question, isn't it? Isn't it? Nothing really all that intriguing to me other than a changeup he threw to lefties. 50% whip percentage on that. But it has more to do with what the matchup was specifically. Who are those lefties in Toronto? Well, not good ones. Think of the good Toronto's and lefties in Toronto. They don't exist. They do exist, like the M&M commercial. Now I'm really stretching for it. But Dakota Hudson, friends, he's terrible. 12.5% K rate, 11.5% walk rate. Hey, 1% difference between the walk rate and K rate. That's still terrible, so it is what it is. 37% hard hit. Been okay there, but San Diego, Jake Cronenworth, pay attention to his home run props. Might have to fire up Jackson Merrill again. Might have to fire up a couple of these guys in that round robin. I'll be looking at a round robin here yet again. Round robin. But we'll take an over 10.5 here, considering the game environment, considering everything looks roses to me in this one. Both strikeout arms, friends. Both strikeout arms. But said this before, I'll say it again. Left on left. Sometimes you get decent value in some of these spots. I doubt we get crazy value with Shohei Ohtani, but I don't give a shit. 61.7% hard hit, 733 expected slugging. Sometimes, friends, you just have a number and you see plus 220 as a break-even number for him. Plus 220 left on left against Mackenzie Gore. And this really has everything to do with the fact that Mackenzie Gore, 36% hard hit percentage. Good for you, buddy. But a 17.6 degree average launch angle with an 8% barrel percentage thus far this season. And you go back to previous seasons, friends, 43.7% hard hit. That hard hit is due for positive regression. Now, he's only 25. I do like the strikeout pedigree, but Shohei Ohtani is going to be a buy for me almost under any circumstances. He's going to be a base pick in that round robin home run that I'm talking about. Round robin home. So we're going to run with it. Yamamoto, by the way, 54.4% hard hit percentage, 32.3% K rate. Feels very feast or famine at minus 192. I'm still not going to trust this guy yet. Don't think we want to be dipping our toes into the Dodgers pool on him yet at these kind of numbers. Just not steady Eddie the way that other pitchers might. Well, actually, we've had a lot of studs that haven't exactly been steady Eddie thus far this season, or just got flat out hurt. Shane Bieber, I miss you. Yamamoto, look at maybe a K ladder, although against Washington, they don't really strike out a ton against righties. That's for sure. 21.4% K rate, 110 WRC plus, but Shohei Ohtani's going in that lean light category. Anything better than plus 220 is going to be on the card. That's a really short number. But that's how much I believe in him going yard against a lefty and having value here. I expect a bigger number than that for sure at open. He went yard, yay! And I didn't end up betting him. I bet his bases, so that sucked. We got Oakland, we got the Yankees, and Alex Wood, Nestor Cortez, pair of southpaws here. Oh, Juan Soto. I can't fire the home run on the right day for this guy, it would appear. But Nestor Cortez, he's been good. 267 ex-WOBA, 23.7% K rate, 2.4% barrel percentage. He's up to his old tricks, Dewey, as well. Used the same bit twice. That's using it too much. But Alex Wood, friends, I once had a girl, and should I say, she once had me. I sat in her room. Isn't it good? Norwegian Wood. Norwegian Wood's better than Alex Wood. 48.6% hard hit, 504 expected slugging, 18.5% K rate. Juan Soto, lefties, righties. I don't know if there's guys who throw both handed. I've seen that before. Juan Soto, 60.5% hard hit, 582 expected slugging, not striking out, getting walked, finding ways to just be effective for this Yankees team. But can he be effective for us? I'm going to lean Yankees minus 1.5 here because, again, 138-cent disparity here. I could maybe dip my twos into that pool, although Soto's really the main guy I want to be paying attention to. Very curious where 2+ bases lands for him again. Think he's just an auto bet with how good he's been. And again, he had definitely been due for positive regression in San Diego in a much better ballpark, although bases, it's harder to hit doubles out there in Yankee Stadium. Very small real estate. So again, running out of real estate. Might have to look at the home run prop on him as well. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. You know what to do. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board for this lovely Thursday slate we have before us. It really does it for me. Check out producer Jacob. Great work. Just always smashing it there for you. Hopefully that comment section is open for business so you can yell at me at certain things. But again, feel pretty good about the round robin. Feeling good about those right now. Home run props, starting to figure out how we're going to adjust and really, really fire those up in a productive, positive, profitable way for everybody going forward. Home runs down on the season, though, still. That is still the case. Heat it up, baby. Let's get to May. Let's get to June. I'm really ready for it. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Thursday.